Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, This Little Light. It's been a minute since we've done a sit-down Q&A video, but we have a lot to talk about right now. I brought Kevin into this video.
It's been a minute since I've been on the channel.
Yeah, he is an integral part of what we're talking about today, because if you did not see our last video or follow us online, we are pregnant.
Pregnant? Well, she's pregnant.
I'm pregnant. He's
the reason
not.
She's pregnant.
Yeah, we're pregnant and it's super exciting. Got a little baby coming in January. That was a big question. A lot of people are asking, when are we due? So sometime in January. Don't know. We have a date. We don't really know the exact date, so I'm not really going to share about it on here because a lot of things are going to like shift and change, and so once we get more information on a lot of things, then we'll be able to dial it in and kind of know when we're gonna have the baby. But as of right now, it's sometime in January. So in this video today, we're gonna do a Q&A answering all your questions that you asked on Instagram about pregnancy and everything that has to do with that.
First time people experiencing pregnancy for the first time.
As first time people experiencing pregnancy for the first time, yeah.
Yeah, that's a true statement.
That is. We do both have dwarfism, that it is not a typical pregnancy journey. And for us, we don't really have a lot of friends in our, like, I don't know, going through this season right now. And it would have been really nice, I think, for me to have seen a lot of and read more about just what this journey was going to look like when I was a little bit younger, as a teenager, you know, kind of preparing for meeting someone and eventually wanting to have kids. And so we are trying to be as open and honest as we can. Okay. First question, I guess we'll just start with this one. Were we trying for a kid?
Yes, we were in the process of trying for a kid. We know that immigration is still taking a little bit of time, and we made a decision at the beginning of the year
just to
that
go for it.
We were open to the opportunity to have a kid, and we didn't necessarily want to delay our lives because we were waiting for a piece of paperwork. We've done pretty good going back and forth and kind of living in between two countries, so we thought that we could continue to do that even though there might be a kid.
Yeah. So, yes, we were trying, is the answer to that.
Long story
short. This was, a lot of you asked this, so we'll probably answer this one in a couple parts, but do you get to know if the baby will be a little person as well? Yes, we will find out in a couple weeks. We have a genetics appointment, and so what that entails is you go to a genetics doctor, and I'm getting an amniocentesis, I believe it's called, which is just a procedure where they take this really big needle and they stick it into your stomach and take some of the amniotic fluid, and then they send that off to get tested, and then we find out results a few weeks later. Yes, we will find out if the baby is gonna have dwarfism, but we will also find out if the baby is going to be average height. And then also on top of that, we could also find out that the baby has something called double dominance, which means that it has two doses of dwarfism, which will unfortunately result in a fatal pregnancy, which would mean that we would carry the baby full term, and then they just don't live very long, usually just a couple minutes, maybe a few hours, and that's usually about it. So we're really praying that that is not the outcome, but there is a 50% chance that the baby will have dwarfism that will look just like us.
With a mustache and all?
That would be actually insane. Would look like us. And then 25% chance that the baby will be average height, so just like most of the world, and then a 25% chance that the pregnancy will be a double dominant outcome, and that just would not be super great. Another question that someone asked that this kind of carries into it was like, were we nervous about going into this process with, especially like being two little people? And do you have an answer to that, or do you want me to go first?
My answer would be no, because it's a reality that I've always known since even I was young. Like, and my geneticist talked to me about the opportunity when I get older, and wanting to have kids. So it's something that we're not the only ones that have to necessarily live with this. And then second for me, and I've shared this with Danielle, but like I've definitely the peace of God has been present through this, and for me, the realization of like we just get to wait and see where our baby's home will be has been a big kind of comforting step for me in regards to they'll either live here or they'll live in heaven.
And we all eventually end up.
We all eventually up there. So I mean, there's a chance that they end up there before us, but obviously we don't want that, and we believe in 75% good, and to me that's a passing grade still in school. So I'm hoping for a passing grade.
And I think for me, like when you're gonna become parents and have like a child with another like person with dwarfism, like Kevin and I are obviously doing right now, there are just like a lot of just like unknowns that just naturally come with this and with life. But I think in a lot of ways most people go through life and you have a lot of unknowns in many different situations. Ours specifically is going to be pregnancy. So every time we go to have a kid, we will always have a 50% chance, a 25% chance, and a 25% chance. Like that's not going to change. And so this is just an area specific to us and a lot of our other friends with dwarfism, that this is just the reality, and we can either one live in fear and not trust God with the best outcome for our family, or we can just choose to live the life that we've been given, that children are a blessing, that we are really excited to be parents, super nervous, we have no idea what we're doing, but I believe that's like what everyone else goes through. And then we're just gonna roll with it, and we're really excited to do that. And like we said, children are a blessing, and we get the opportunity to hopefully parent a child and watch them grow up and be kind and good people, and that they get to shine their lights too and be a witness to the Lord. And they're the one things that like we get to leave behind and do together. They're our legacy. They're our legacy,
they are.
right?
Yeah,
so
we get to do together.
it's exciting. Okay. Will you find out the gender?
Yes.
Yes. If we are finding out if our baby is small or tall, we are going to find out.
It automatically comes with the gender.
Yeah. So we get our like test done, and we find that out in a few weeks. So we're not totally sure how we're going to announce that yet, but we will.
It would not be a gender.
Yeah, we're not doing a party. Yeah.
With exploding colors.
Yeah, we're not going to do that, but we'll figure out some cute way to like share it with all of you, because that'll be fun. Someone said, not a question, but I'm pregnant as well, and I'm excited for you. So congratulations. That's super awesome. That's really exciting. Someone said, will you have to do a C-section, or will you be able / do you want to deliver naturally?
That is a you question.
That is. Are you tired?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay. So I have to have a C-section. There is no physical other choice. Like it's just not anatomically possible for me to have I think that's the right word.
Let's just go with
sure.
Yeah,
it's not possible for me to have a natural birth the way that my pelvis is and how it's shaped. There's just no space for a baby to come out of there. There is plenty of room to grow a child and to have a healthy baby. There's just no way for the baby to come out naturally. So we will be having a C-section. So that's when we said that we don't exactly know the due date yet, we'll be planning that with our medical team in the weeks and months to come. So we'll have a scheduled C-section and stuff. So yeah, just let me lay down, cut me open, take it out. That's great for me.
There you go.
I'm fine with that, and I'm not sad about it. A lot of people get sad when they have to have a C-section. This has just been a reality that I've known since I was a little girl. So it's not really something to be sad about, because it's just physically not possible.
Yep. And
Kevin's gonna be there, and he's gonna be great. Good little.
I don't have to catch it.
Good little cheerleader. I don't know, support team. This is a good question. What are you guys going to have the baby in Canada or America? Can I answer this? This is an easy one for you.
We are gonna have it in Canada.
Wow. Why are we having it in Canada?
Because it's free.
Because it's free. That's not just the
That's
only
not the
reason,
only reason,
but
but-
that is a really big plus.
Yeah, it's a benefit. It's not the reason, but it's a benefit.
It's a huge benefit. And the second reason
The
why
real reason why we're having it.
why we're having it in Canada is because my immigration has not been processed yet. We are on track for it to finish by the springtime, so we'll welcome hopefully a healthy baby, and then we'll be able to move next year. So everything is looking really good for that. But my whole medical team is here. Like, we have a really good genetics doctor
In Canada.
who is very familiar with dwarfism. Like, she's on the board, I believe, at like LPA or something like that. Like, she just knows dwarfism really well, so we're really confident with her. I've been going to this hospital like since I was a kid, so they have all my records. My family doctor, who was actually there when my mom gave birth to me, is still my family doctor, so I just feel really comfortable like being in Canada, and like with it being like at home and have my family here. It's just like a really nice thought to have the baby up here for our first one, and the financial benefit of the Canadian healthcare system is going to be really great. That's that.
But they will have dual citizenship.
They will have dual citizenship, so our future child, you are welcome for what we are giving you.
Maybe.
What do you mean maybe?
Well, I don't know, because then he has to decide. Like, maybe he has to decide.
He has to decide.
Sorry,
Let's just pause for a minute. Pretty much every single day, Kevin has been praying for a boy, and it's turning into a bit of a joke, but it is literally like, he will be a great dad to a little girl. Like, I 100% believe that, but he's just
I most likely
mentally,
will.
he's just not prepared to even think about having a little girl right now, and so
we will probably have a little girl.
yeah, I don't know. We're kind of 50-50 torn on what's happening down there right now, but he literally prays for a Division I like pro golfer.
I don't pray
basketball.
for a Division I. I just consider it an option that
You
maybe
would love.
would happen.
Anyways, we hope your prayers are answered.
You know, it's okay if they're not. Just healthy.
That's what you're saying because the camera's on.
No, I've said that to you multiple times.
Yeah, okay. How far along do you have to be for genetic testing? Oh yeah, I'll be 16 weeks by the time we do this specific test.
Sorry, I keep yawning. She keeps me up at night.
No, because I just can't sleep. So
Yeah, I just can't sleep either because she can't sleep.
I don't sleep.
He doesn't sleep, and so I'm just going through it. I'm just embracing the same symptoms.
Yeah, he literally woke up the other day. He's like, "Oh, I'm nauseous too," and I was like, "Just get out. This is too much." There is another one we could have done at 12 weeks, but it was just sounded a little bit more invasive to me, so I didn't want to do it. And then a third option would be just to do a bunch of ultrasounds and watch the growth measurements on there. And we're both a little too impatient, I think, to wait
a little later.
that long.
It's 20
It's like
plus.
30 weeks.
Oh, 30. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like long. So this
A lot.
16 weeks is a happy medium for us. Is there a community of LP moms in a similar season of life to lean on? I'm a part of a couple Facebook groups that I was invited to that has been super helpful because both our moms are average height and they're super, like wealth of knowledge in a lot of things. There's nothing like talking to someone who is literally like personally experiencing kind of the same things that you are. So it was super helpful to have that.
Exactly.
Congratulations. Are you guys still long distance? Not as...
I'm just...
Yes, but no.
Here and there.
Yeah, like...
A month maybe at most.
At most. And it was mostly... We're usually only now like a month apart because I just don't travel as much. One, because I was so sick for the first bit.
Yeah.
But normally we're together and it's just like a week or two here or there. But we don't have like one specific place that we live in yet, but we're together most of the time.
We just have multiple houses.
We do. Look at us balling. What are your cravings like? Okay, I'm gonna ask you that. How would you describe what my cravings have been like?
Are...
Not your cravings.
I don't know. You're all over the board.
Yeah.
There's no one thing. Like, you'll have a random craving, and they're quick. Like, they come on quick.
Yeah. What was it like in the beginning? Like like.
Oh, you had a lot of fruit, which I was happy about because that's normally not you. And then, yeah, you kind of went like total health, and I was like, oh wow, she's like I must be rubbing off on her.
Not like Kate, not like total health. I was literally only eating like crackers and fruit
I mean, yeah.
and like bread.
Okay, maybe not total health, but you had a lot of fruit, and you normally don't have
Yeah,
a lot,
I did.
lot of fruit. So sweet things.
Yeah.
And then recently, I don't know. You just say you're hungry all the time.
Yeah, so I had about like 3 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks, where I could like only stomach like fruit and crackers and cookies and like milk, like cereal. Everything else sounded disgusting to me. Hot food was like awful. It just wasn't great. And then all of a sudden, it was like one day I just woke up and I wanted to eat other foods again, which was really
good.
amazing. And then it's kind of gone back and forth. Like some days I want nothing to do with something. Then next day I'm like, Kevin, I need rice and beef and broccoli. Like that was like the other day when we left the store and there was a Panda Express across the street because we're in the States right now. And I was like, Kevin, I need that. And I've never had Panda Express in my life. And so we just went there and I had rice and beef and broccoli and it was very good. But yeah, I would say probably mostly craving sweeter things. I wake up at like 3 a.m. pretty much every day and I'll make myself a piece of peanut butter toast. Like literally every day I'll eat that. And then I have to like have stuff because I'm just like kind of hungry, but then it goes back and forth. Oh, people are asking if we have names picked out.
Yes.
Yeah.
A couple.
We for sure have our boy name. Like, that's locked in.
For sure.
For sure. And then we have a couple other boy options if, like, as backups. Girl names were... He's still trying to figure it out.
We have a couple options.
We have a couple options. We will not be sharing them. I'm sorry about that. That's just...
we don't. No, I don't feel like many people share them.
Not a ton of people, and we're already sharing a lot with everyone about this intimate process of genetic testing and the results of our child being a certain way and all that. And so this one little thing we're just keeping to ourselves. Was this a natural pregnancy? That's the question. I don't think we answered that.
Yes.
Yeah. We are very fortunate that we got pregnant after a couple months, and we're just really blessed that it's been smooth so far. So.
Definitely not taking for granted the pregnancy so far. So.
No. How did your family react when we told them?
They were very shocked.
Shocked, but happy.
But super happy.
That sounds bad.
No, like super happy. They're ecstatic. I think they just weren't expecting it to happen now.
Yeah, well, we weren't really like talking about this at all. This was just
trying.
like between Kevin and I, and like
as it should be.
As it should be. Like we were trying to make, like, you know, you're making this is our family, so we wanted to be on the same page. We wanted to make this decision for ourselves and just give it a try. And then so our parents were like quite surprised, and our brothers were super excited too. They get to be uncles for the first time, and this is going to be the first grandchild on both sides. So both of our moms and our dads are really excited to become grandparents. So
they are.
It was well received, and then a lot of our friends were super excited too, and so it was fun to share that news with them. Okay, so this will be probably our last question here. What's a misconception?
We can do two.
Okay, we'll do two. Second to last question. What's a misconception you wish people didn't make?
That we can physically have a child.
Yes, I would agree, and I would add to that.
Got it.
In like a way of like, I wish that people wouldn't just assume that whatever child we have is gonna have a terrible life.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but there is like a small portion of people who
smaller than us.
Yeah, who think that this is like not a great decision for us to have kids, that we shouldn't, that we're being irresponsible, that we're bad people for doing this, that our child is going to struggle like we've struggled, and that's just like such a huge assumption to make, and that's super unfair, and like you have no idea what a child's life is going to be, and every child is valuable, and
they're just
it's just kind of sucky.
afraid that little people are going to take over the world.
Oh my gosh. What, this last question that we got was kind of funny because when I put up this poll on Instagram, we hadn't had any negative feedback at all. And someone said, how do you deal with the people who are like haters about this pregnancy? And I read it and I was like, oh, like we don't really have any. Like everyone's been so nice like to us like when we announced. And then I don't know what the algorithm did to our posts, but they like blew up. And a lot of people have seen them now. And so since that question was asked, not a lot, but there's just been some negative comments and just some like super insensitive things people are saying, which haven't bothered us personally. Like we've really prayed to like that the Lord would protect our hearts and our minds and just like silence that noise. And God's been faithful in that. But yeah, we have had a couple like quite rude things said, but I think that happens a lot to people who have disabilities, who are having kids. People just come out and say whatever they're gonna say online, and you just kind of have to let it go and just have your people around you. And like most of you out there who are watching, you're super supportive, and you guys have been on my channel too for like ever, like pre-Kevin. So like before he's been around. So we're just super grateful for the community that we do have.
Yes, and yep, I would say why, you know what, that's a perfect place to end because I would totally agree with all that.
Oh, sweet, awesome. Okay, well, hopefully you enjoyed that little Q&A. Hopefully we answered your questions.
Yep.
Let us know if you have any more. We're going to be posting a lot more of this content, so comment below what you'd like to see, what you want to know about. I'm going to do a couple more day in my life videos now that I don't get nauseous looking at a camera, and I'm feeling a little bit better. So yeah, it's going to be great. So welcome to our journey of becoming parents for the first time. Crazy. Okay, keep shining your lights, and we'll see you next time on another episode of This Little Light. Bye.
Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky.